Tell me about this show, because this is something with a bit of a difference. You've got Shakespeare, and then you've got a multicultural dance theatre preparation. Tell me how it all came about.
Oh, well, look, I'm a creative producer at Footscray Community Arts Centre, and what we do each year is we have what's known as a call to create. It's basically our expressions of interest that goes out to the community, and then myself and plus my producing colleagues, we go through a really rigorous process of who we're going to be working with in the following year, whether it's a creative development or whether it's a presentation of works. And the Magic Hour was one of those. I think we had 30 or 40 applications that was selected out of them. Basically, what really drew me in to advocate on their behalf is the mix of the Kathakali dance style, which is a very colourful and quite intensive dance style from the state of Kerala, which is on the southwest coast of India. And so generally what you would see with a Kathakali dance style is somebody would be dressed up in, generally painted in green, and adorned with really, an extravagant headdress. And it takes hours for the dancers to really get dressed up and ready for this. And so Arjun, who is the dancer, the Kathakali dancer, is very, very well versed in Shakespeare. Shakespeare's had a great influence in his life. And what he's done is taken Shakespeare and reinterpreted it through the dance movements, because a lot of the Indian dance styles is really based on things like the Mahabharata, large scale books that are communicated through dancing or movement and gesture. And so Arjun has also teamed up with a Buto dancer, which is a Japanese form of dance as well, and a body weather dancer is alongside of that. So there's this real culmination of different dancers who are interpreting Shakespeare. In particular, they'll be, I believe, focusing on Othello. And it's something that I've never seen before, and I'm really quite interested to get them in and look at Shakespeare, through different eyes, because Shakespeare is so influential in our society, and really Shakespeare holds so many fundamentals in the ways that we interact with each other as well. It's just very observational for the time. I mean, stripped back, it's really talking about love, tragedy, comedy, the loss of power, and also heavily influential characters and personalities that can make themselves known in society.
So Bo, is the there's no vocals, I would take it. There's no.
It's all essentially done through dance.
All dance interpretation.
Yeah, and it's a really rare occasion that these types of things can pop up, like looking at our classical works in different ways, and looking at our classical works through the lens of classical forms as well. So it's like a marrying of two different worlds, I guess you could say. How
much preparation time to do something like this, to get the blend of Shakespeare and dance? It must take ages.
Oh, it's taken years.
Has it really?
Actually, literally years. That's why it's a really rare opportunity for us to be involved with this. And I would say to your listeners as well that it's a really rare opportunity. And, Footscray isn't that far away. And we'd really welcome your listeners to, come along and check it out, and also check out our fabulous centre as well. It's there's a lot to offer there.
Well, you see, a radio program such as this goes all over the world. It heads its way right through Victoria and right around Australia because of the internet. And because of that, you just don't know where you're going to draw that audience for you from. So, friends, remember, lovers of Shakespeare or Asian dance, my media release says here, lovers of Shakespeare, Asian dance and multicultural theatre will not want to miss this. It's cutting-edge performance. It looks like being a great time. It's only 3 nights, though. It's Wednesday the 24th of August, Bo, to Friday 26th.
That's right. It's a short run on the performance. The dancers that we're working with are really actually very busy people, and they've got a whole string of other productions that they're working on as well, I believe. So,
this is not to be missed, then. Yeah.
What's that?
Not to be missed.
Absolutely. Yeah. I highly recommend seeing the show, particularly if you're a lover of Shakespeare. and wanting to see Shakespeare, performed in a different light. I think it's a great opportunity.
Well, I think it is too, and it's at the Footscray Community Arts Centre. That's 45 Moreland Street in Footscray. Bookings on the internet at footscrayarts.com. And you have a phone number there too, Bo?
Yes, we do. It's 9362 8818.
8818. Thank you for that. Bo, all the best with that, and we'll try and get out there and have a look at this. It's at the Footscray Community Arts Centre, starting on Wednesday the 24th, and it runs for 90 minutes. It's 7 o'clock nightly until the 26th. Thanks, Pearl. We'll talk again, I'm sure.